Not a bad thing.
Now, it's very interesting when Donald Trump says someone is out on TV too much.
Interesting things that he called me one day to play golf, not to play with him, but to play with a friend of his. And I went to play with that friend of his, and that friend of his turned out to be Bill Clinton.
Picture this. Iron Man's in his lab, working on his latest suit. Suddenly, he looks up and says, "Jarvis, initiate protocol, roast Trump." Meanwhile, Nick Fury's planning a different kind of operation. Operation Melania Mockery. Sounds like a movie plot. Nope, it's real life. Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson just unleashed a verbal assault on the Trumps that'd make Thanos blush. Want to see how our favorite Avengers are fighting real-world villains? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Robert Downey Jr. was just a guy in a fancy metal suit? Well, those days are long gone. Our favorite Iron Man has traded his repulsors for some serious verbal firepower, and he's not afraid to use it. RDJ's journey from Marvel superhero to real-life political commentator is like watching Tony Stark decide to run for office. Except this time, the villain isn't some alien army. It's a guy with a bad spray tan and a worse attitude. Who would have thought that the dude who played a genius billionaire would end up taking on an actual supposed billionaire? But here's the thing, Downey's not just throwing out witty one-liners anymore. He's evolved from quipping about shawarma to delivering scathing political critiques that would make even Nick Fury proud. It's like he took all that snark from his Marvel days and decided to use it for good instead of just looking cool in sunglasses. And boy, has he been letting Trump have it. In 2016, Downey joined a bunch of other Hollywood bigwigs in an anti-Trump ad. He didn't pull any punches, calling Trump a racist, abusive coward who could permanently damage the fabric of our society. Ouch! That's gotta hurt more than getting hit by Thanos. But Downey didn't stop there. He went on to say that when Trump calls immigrants criminals and women pigs, he's not just being offensive, he's normalizing hate. It's like Downey looked at Trump and thought, you know what, this guy makes Ultron look like a teddy bear. Fast forward to Biden's presidency, and Downey's still at it. He compared the switch from Trump to Biden to trading a fireworks show for a well-written screenplay. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather watch a good movie than see a bunch of explosions any day. Unless those explosions are coming from Iron Man's suit, of course. But here's where Downey really shows his growth. He's not just throwing out insults, he's talking about the importance of integrity in leadership. He said, when you choose your president, you're not just picking a figurehead, you're choosing the face of your nation. Deep stuff from a guy who used to pretend to fly around in a tin can. Samuel L. Jackson isn't just Marvel's toughest spy, he's also Hollywood's most outspoken Trump critic. And let me tell you, when Nick Fury gets furious, even Thanos would think twice about messing with Earth.
It says, I don't know Samuel L. Jackson, to best of my knowledge, haven't played golf with him, and think he does too many TV commercials. Boring, not a fan.
Here in New York, and he was always calling him Samuel L. the Don. I go, who? The Don.
But is that true? You say now you claim right here you have met him.
Yeah, I met him a lot.
You've played golf with him.
I played golf with him.
Jackson's known for not mincing words, but when Trump stepped into the Oval Office, he cranked his sass level up to 11. Imagine if Pulp Fiction was about the White House. That's the kind of raw, unfiltered commentary we're talking about here. So what pushed Jackson from occasional critic to full-on resistance fighter?
Okay, so we're having beef?
You're having beef because I guess you said in an interview that you were a better golfer than him, and then you told a story, is this true, that he signed you up for one of your golf clubs and didn't tell you?
Yeah, just call and tell them I don't really belong to that club and I haven't been there in 3 years. And they go, well, you are a member and here's your member number one day.
Gotcha.
And we were all playing together and we clearly saw him hook a ball into a lake at Trump National in Jersey. And his caddy told him he found it.
Well, it turns out he saw this orange storm coming from a mile away. Back when everyone thought Trump's campaign was just a publicity stunt, Jackson was sounding the alarm. He told Stephen Colbert, this guy could actually win, warning folks not to underestimate the power of bad hair and worse ideas. But Jackson didn't stop at warnings. He jumped headfirst into the resistance, declaring, I'm definitely voting with the resistance.
About a little kerfuffle that you and Donald Trump are in. I just wanted to know Are you surprised that this has become a thing in the press?
No, it's not. Tell me it's not. I mean, really? I mean, out of all the things that need to be dealt with presidentially, he's worried about me saying that he cheats at golf. Oh, this. Let me see. Can we get this on camera? Would that be a bill from Trump National? I think it is.
Why do you think he's saying?
I don't know. I don't care. You know, come on. He has to say it.
It's like he traded his Marvel shield for a megaphone and aimed it straight at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, you might think Jackson's just throwing out insults, but there's more to it than that. He's all about speaking truth to power, saying, if we don't call out injustice, who will? It's like he's channeling his inner Jules Winfield, but instead of quoting Bible verses, he's preaching about the dangers of staying silent. And boy, does he know how to make a point.
Call and tell them I don't really belong to that club and I haven't been there in 3 years. And they go, well, oh, Mr. Trump, how you doing? Yeah, you busy today? No. You want to play golf? Sure. Well, I'm not going to play, but I got a friend wants to play. Somebody did send me something today that said Trump said he didn't know me.
He said he didn't know you. I actually have his
let me
tweet
see
right
the
here.
tweet.
This is very exciting.
Jackson's got this knack for blending humor with hard truths. He once quipped, if ignorance were an Olympic sport, this guy would have won gold, silver, and bronze, all while hosting the ceremony himself. Ouch! That's gotta hurt more than a snake bite on a plane. But it's not all laughs and giggles. Jackson's dead serious about the risks of letting Trump and his cronies run wild. He warns that if people think Trump's antics are just a joke, they might wake up to find the punchline was on them. It's like he's trying to shake America awake before it's too late. Jackson's also got no patience for the GOP's divide and conquer strategy. He called out Trump for trying to divide people by race, religion, gender, and every other line imaginable. It's like he's saying, hey America, we're supposed to be united, not starring in some twisted reality show.
I want to ask you about Donald Trump. You are in a feud with Donald Trump right now. Do you know this?
No, I don't.
Because this is very exciting. He can prove that Donald Trump is lying when he says he doesn't know you. This might be the thing that finally brings down his campaign. This might be the thing.
Oh,
for
really?
me, because he doesn't like me either, and so anytime there's somebody new he doesn't like, I feel a fraternity, a brotherhood.
Well, folks, it looks like Hollywood's A-listers are doing more than just memorizing lines these days. They're flexing their political muscles, and boy, are they leaving a mark. Did you know that a whopping 70% of Americans think celebs can actually sway political chatter and decisions? That's right, your favorite stars aren't just influencing your fashion choices anymore. They're shaping the political landscape. But here's the kicker. When Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson start roasting Trump, it's not just another day at the Marvel Comedy Club. These guys are using their star power to shine a spotlight on some serious issues. It's like they've traded their superhero capes for political megaphones, and they're not afraid to use them. So next time you see Iron Man or Nick Fury trending on Twitter, don't be surprised if it's not about the latest Avengers flick. These celebs are proving that sometimes the most powerful special effects are the ones that make us think. Who needs CGI when you've got some good old-fashioned political roasting?